Then he reads the quotes.
And then roll out.
Uh,
That's basically it. Just get off.
there's some people that just do like faceless channels, and they make good money. It's crazy when I hear like people talk about, oh, I do a faceless channel. Oh, and then,
Yeah, I
I'm like,
looked into
wow.
it because I was like, is this some weird things that I don't want to.
If you find the right niche, you could do good.
Show my face.
You could do a faceless channel. You just got to get lucky and hit the right niche.
I want to get that box. Like, my persona. Like Jim Henson. He's Muppet.
Yeah, the Muppets or something.
Also, who was the guy, Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Thought he got his. So I thought it would be the idea of puppets, but now that I'm learning how to make these characters. Glenda, it would be like
What's up, guys? Billy, having fun? Yeah, I'm having more fun now because we are heading back to Da Nang. So everything's done, and we are somewhere in Vietnam. So all we got to do now is make our way back. I'm hoping somewhere out here in random rural Vietnam. There we go, there we go, there we go. Globetrotter. I am exhausted, man. I didn't get much sleep last night. Well, I got to bed early, and I just couldn't stay asleep. I kept tossing and turning. But I'll definitely sleep good tonight. I'll sleep good, sleep great, sleep well. What's up, guys? This is rural Vietnam. We got 13 people and 1 like. Oh, 12 of you guys haven't hit the like. Double tap the screen. I just still can never get over how a lot of these rural Asian cities are all built like on the main road right here. Like they're just so close. In USA, it would be accidents. There would be dogs and animals getting hit, kids getting hit by that traffic. It's so crazy to me. No. An American does not need a visa to go to Thailand. We get 60 days exempt. So if you're only going there for a quick trip, you do not need it. Callum, what's up? I had it for a little bit, but I think I had the free trial, but I got rid of it. So no visa for Thailand for Americans. You get 60 days exempt as soon as you get there. But I think you do have to fill out a quick little questionnaire card, which isn't much, I heard. But last time I went to Thailand, we didn't even have to do that. But you don't need a visa or even an e-visa. Very, very simple. The sun is gonna go down soon. Hopefully, I'll be extremely happy if I'm home before 9:30. I don't expect to be home by 9:30, but anything around 9:30 and earlier, I will be happy. And then my next visa run, March 29th. That's the date in my passport. So March 29th is my next visa run. Yep. We are heading back to Da Nang. Yeah, Fluffy is at home. I'm better than I was yesterday, and yesterday I was better than the day before. So tomorrow will be New Year's. I'm assuming I'll be about 90% by tomorrow. Oh, look at those little flowers. I'd say I'm about 80% today. About 80%. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be about 90. So hopefully by tomorrow we'll be good. We are somewhere in rural Vietnam. I shot a new YouTube video on the DJI, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the quality. I think the quality of the Pocket 2 is a little bit better than the GoPro 9. At least the stabilization and stuff like that. But hopefully you guys will enjoy the new updated Visa run. The video will be mostly around the changes on the Visa run, cost, and what's the other differences? Cost and what would you call it? Damn, what would be the word? Cost and experience, I guess. Look at these guys. Bus trip, so everything out the door is 3.9 million, which is like $155, and that's everything. You don't pay anything else for anything. That's the Laos visa, the Vietnam visa, the transportation, everything included. So it's 155 out the door. Whenever I quote you a price on the visa run or on the video, that's out the door. There's nothing else. There's no separate charges on anything else. I see some, I just seen that. So you guys must be right by me. I just seen some grass burning to the left over here. Globetrotter. Thanks for the live stream. Thanks for watching. What's the cost to see your face? To check my channel. Go to my channel and watch my face on any of my uploaded videos. We're gonna have to get rid of the trolls. We're gonna have to get rid of the trolls.
It's me.
Huh?
It's me.
That's you?
Yeah.
Zonder or something?
X under me.
Ah. Show the squirrel. There is rural mountains. There we go. But this bus is actually not that full. It's like, I'm gonna guess 15 people on this one. But to be fair, I got on the last bus. So for me, I always like to wait to the last bus because there we go. Snow the squirrel. What's up, buddy? I just got kicked off, but I'm back on. Like I said, this data on here is kind of crazy, especially in rural Vietnam. So,
How much do you think that thing costs?
which one?
The little tiny.
That I can't believe you didn't find. Nah, it ain't gonna be that. It's probably gonna come in a kit. I think that was the wide angle lens. Was it the wide angle? I have that for the Pocket too. I don't think it's the same, but I've never really actually used it. I never used the wide angle lens. But you could probably go on Lazada or Shopee and probably buy the kit that comes with like wide angle fish lens. You could probably get a little kit, an aftermarket kit.
I never used that stuff.
I never use those I have them back at my place, but I've never once used them. What's up, Matt? Completing the Visa bus run. Probably about 4 hours from home though. So it's the long trip back, but we're good. And actually, I wish I would have brought my girlfriend's spray because I do want to dig into my banana bread that I made. You guys want to see my homemade banana bread? I know you guys want to see this. Actually turn the light on. You guys can see it a little bit better. Let's open up this banana bread. I'll just take a chunk off. Here it goes. I'll eat it like a caveman, no knife. Wow, it smells good too. Actually, it smells great. Let me take a chunk of that off. It's nice and soft. It's not been in the fridge. The end of January. Very nice. Damn, I don't think did a good job of the foil. Yeah, everyone here is doing a visa run. Not all from the USA though. USA, Australia, Canada. Um, Heard someone from Romania. No, I did mine. I normally like to do mine, book my spot. I go in, give them my visa, and pay for it about 30 days ahead of time. But I was a little late this time, and I think I went about 10 days before. No problem. There we go. It seems. There we go. There we go. Sorry. I think we're back. I think we're back. And we could choose also one output of the country or multiple outputs. I've always done single entries. I've never done multiple entries. Is there a cutoff to the amount of times you can reapply? No, not in Vietnam. So not Vietnam. You will not have a problem doing multiple visa uh, border runs in Vietnam as long as you haven't broken any rules or if you haven't overstayed your visa. As long as you follow the rules and you've always been out before your visa is expired, you will have no problems. So you'll be good on that aspect. So hopefully this reception is a little bit better. But this is somewhere in random Vietnam. Somewhere in random Vietnam, and we're up in the mountains, so I think that's why it cut out on me. So bear with me as long as you guys can. But the sun's going down. This is just small, random Vietnam, as you guys can tell by the scooters. And our bus is about, I would say, probably half full. I think there's probably about 15 people. The one downside about this back seat, though, it doesn't have the feet up. So these two are blacked out. So you don't have that. And let me see if I can zoom in. On this one, there's the feet up and the feet down right there. So that one, it kicks all the way up. But these, they don't kick up. That's the only downside. I am gonna sleep good tonight because I'm already exhausted. Long day, but I'm extremely happy that it's basically over. All I got to do is get back. Yeah, it's a nice view. We see windmills, we see lots. About 60 or 70% of this trip is a lot of views like this, like mountainside, countryside. You get a little rural city feel to it. Then you see some windmills. But this is the majority of the trip. Looks like this. That's why the internet cuts in and out. But there we go. We'll hang out here for a few minutes. I'm hoping to have this new visa video uploaded in a day or two. I'm gonna definitely crank that one out and edit it quick, because I haven't got a Da Nang video up in maybe 3 months. 2.5 months. 2 months plus. So I will get that video up soon. And for all you people that love the hotel and apartment videos, I will be doing one of those soon as well. Maybe my next video after this one. So all the people that love apartments and hotel reviews, I am going to do one of those videos very, very soon. It'll be something like what you can get during rainy season. Some people are passed out. Long day. boy, oh boy, oh boy. I will recline my seat back. Let's see. Oh no, you know what? That's the other thing. The driver keeps like turning the stuff off. I don't know why. Because the the uh, the charging cord doesn't work when he turns something off, and neither do the seats. So it's kind of weird. But we'll stick around for a little bit if you guys have questions about Vietnam border runs, Vietnam in general, Da Nang. Let me know. Not really. It's tiresome the day. Not gonna lie, it's a 12+ hour day. But when you look at the grand scope of it, you do it every 90 days, or realistically back up and look at it, it's 4 times a year. So if you just look at it that way, it makes it a lot easier. You go, okay, 4 times a year, I'm gonna have to take one day out of 4 days of the whole year, 365 days. 4 days of that is gonna go on a bus, and I'm gonna see some decent scenery and go do this. So, and if you guys aren't budget travelers like me, you guys can cut the pain out and go to Bangkok or go to Malaysia, hang out for 3, 4, 5 days, and then fly back after you get your new e-visa. So you have 2 options at least. Or you can get the TRC work visa in Vietnam. So something like that, then you don't have to leave at all, but you have to have a job. Most people have English teaching jobs in Vietnam. You do that, and then you get at least a 1-year TRC working visa, and then you don't ever have to leave for that whole year. But you do have to work. Oh, there, look at the fire. Can you guys see that one? Look at that. That's cool. During rainy season, I think so. I think there's less people here after November-ish to now compared to last year. I definitely think it. But what I think throws off a lot of people is they see more Westerners. So what I see is 2 things. Overall number of people, I see down. But on the flip side, I see much, much more Westerners than I've ever seen in Da Nang since 2023. So I definitely see more Westerners, but I think overall the people are down during rainy season.
I heard Indians were the largest demographic.
This year, I would probably definitely say it's probably still the Koreans. I think so. The Koreans used to be way more when I first got there in 2023. I would even say the Russians and the Ukrainians are higher than the Indians. I would probably say Koreans, Russians, Ukrainians, and then probably the Indians. That's what I would go.
I think they're not necessarily tourists.
Well, anyone that's realistically none of these people. I'm not really a tourist. I've been here for 2 years, so.
And a bunch of them live up in the mountains behind our hills. They live.
Oh, they live all the way up there?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Damn. That's freaking crazy to live up there. What's up, Guy Walks Elsa? That's the YouTuber that makes videos about his dog. I'm just finishing up my visa run today. I didn't even eat my lunch. I have a whole thing of lunch that I did not eat. Maybe I'll eat that for dinner when I get home. Or go to Palette. I could go to Palette. All the lights, I don't know. They also have like some decorative lights that run here, but I don't think he's turned those on yet. But you can even turn on these lights too. Yeah, they have like some decoration lights that look like a party bus. I think when it gets dark, they'll turn them on. But we're all done. We're all done. All we got to do is just get back home. I'll get dropped off on the other side of the bridge. And then, I was going to say, if it wasn't such a long day, I'd probably just walk. It's probably about a 15-minute walk from the bridge to my apartment. But I'll probably take a $1.50 in drive. Man, it was kind of warm on the Laos border today. There was no shade, no trees, and we had to wait for our passport, and it was I was warm, man. Karaoke. I don't know, man. I don't hear anything. My apartment, so I don't hear the bun guy. I don't hear the karaoke. I'm at the top of a 1 or 42 story building. We don't hear anything. So to me, I only hear stories like, "Oh man, the bun guy keeps me up all night." Karaoke. I'm like, I couldn't relate. I'm all the way at the top of the building. We never hear anything. I know. Let me take it back. So the past like 3 days, someone near our apartment, upstairs or downstairs, has been doing like some renovating or remodeling, and they've been doing it for like the past 3 days. And I'd say about 2 months, you'll hear someone in a building or an apartment near you pounding or sawing something. About every 2 months, maybe every 2 to 3 months. So 3 to 5 times a year, you will get that for, I don't know, 1 day to 3 days. Yeah, the border is shadeless. But when I looked at the temperature, it didn't say it was that hot. But man, I guess the sun is very powerful.
This is the only video I've uploaded. This is my girlfriend in Korean drama.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
K-drama.
Yeah. They flew her out to Jeju
That's the island?
and paid her like 300.
Isn't that an island?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The Korean island.
She's in it for that long.
That's crazy. That's like a little cameo. What's up, Timmy? Yep, nice bus. These are the brand new buses. This is my first time on the brand new bus. I think they rolled these out either a month ago or 2 months ago. But the last time I did a visa run, we flew to the Philippines. So I didn't do this last time. But it's a new bus. Let's see. The seats. I'll show you guys the controllers. The damn guy turned these off, but this is like the massage one. This is the massage one. This is to move your seat up, move your seat back. And then this is to cool down your seat. So they're cooled seats and they're heated seats. So they're pretty comfortable. Yep. This is coming back. So I'm assuming I would love to get back in 3 hours, but I'm thinking it's closer to 4. I'll be extremely happy if we're back in Da Nang anytime before 9:30. Yep, so my next visa run will be March 29th, which will probably be another bus run because Fluffy will be in the Philippines in February, and I don't think she's coming back until either late February or maybe March, I'm not sure. So that means she's going to be doing almost exactly what just happened again. When my visa is going to be up, she's just going to be flying back to Vietnam. So we're not going to be on the same visa then. But what I think what we'll do, so my next one will be March 29th. So March 29th, April, so March, April, May, June. So my next visa run will be like the end of June. I think at that point, I'll bite the bullet and me and Fluffy will either go to Cambodia or Malaysia on a flight in late June on the visa run. And we'll go check out one of those countries and we'll get our visa together at the same time. Because I don't think she's going to go back to the Philippines like she does the past year and a half. So we'll be caught up on visas and we'll go check out a country. We'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, it's a good value. Plus, if you pay all at once, you get a 200,000 VND discount, which is like $8, $9 or something like that. What's up, Boot Sav? What's up, buddy? You guys can see it's getting dark now here in this wild, wild city in Vietnam. That's on the Thailand Cambodian border. I'm not going to go to that side. I would probably shoot more going to probably. I know everyone's going to tell me to go to Siem Reap. I want to check out Phnom Penh. I'll probably check out those two cities because how I'll probably do it is I'll take the train from Da Nang and I'll work myself all the way down to southern Vietnam. And then once we get to Ho Chi Minh, we will take the bus from Ho Chi Minh to Phnom Penh. It's like a 4-hour bus ride or something like that. We'll get into Phnom Penh, and then we'll probably have to take a flight from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap. And then I don't know how we'll get back to Da Nang. Maybe a long-ass bus, but we'll see. I can't sympathize with you guys because I don't ever hear them. The only time I hear the bun guy or any of this Vietnamese racket is when I walk outside. But remember, I'm at the top of a huge building and we don't hear anything. Our place is so quiet. I love it. $228 for 3 days. Only 3 days. That's quick. I don't think Fluffy will be here during that time. I think she'll probably be in the Philippines. That's so short, man. 3 days. What the hell can you do in Da Nang for 3 days, man? Three days. That's crazy. There we go. We got 22 viewers, but only 7 likes. Let's double tap the screen. Let's give this another like. A like for the rural Vietnam lifestyle. A like for the nice fancy party bus. Damn, 3 days? That's crazy, man. I haven't renewed, so I know I'm on a much different rare rental situation than almost all you guys. So I've been staying at the same apartment for 2 years. I dealt directly with the landlord. I have no security deposit. I have the electricity included in my rent, so theoretically I have unlimited electricity. I pay at the 12th of every month. I pay one flat fee, 12.5 million for a 2.5 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo right on the beach, which is like $470. And I have a month to month, but every month I just message my landlord on Facebook and I say, hey, can you come by and pick up the rent for next month? And she says, yep, no problem. Next month, I'll tell her the same thing. Hey, can you come by and pick up the rent? Yep, no problem. So we've been doing that exact situation for the past 2 years. I don't think Fluffy will be here unless her plans get changed, but I'm always down for the buffet. Boring. Did Fluffy ever did the bus run? Yeah, she did the bus run on her own one time. She's never had problems. She had one problem one time when we were leaving the Philippines the first time, and they interviewed her for like an hour, and then finally they brought me over, and then I was just telling them like, hey man, you're about to cause us to miss our flight. You gotta let her go. Like, there's nothing. We had all of her paperwork. She had her visa. I had all the accommodation. Everything. We had everything. So there was no reason. And I was like, dude, you guys are gonna cause us to miss our flight. Like, you gotta figure out something. Across the street. Oh, there it is. Hey, you know what's funny? I don't know if the Dufresnes did it, but I seen, if you go to this pit stop or this little Dale's tuna place, in the bathroom is a Dufresne sticker. So I'm not sure if they put it up or if someone else got their sticker but they hung up the Dufresne sticker. Where's dinner? It might be in my backpack because I did not eat my lunch that I brought. I ate a little bit of banana bread, but anything that'll be open will either be Pumbaa's, Pallet, or Flyburger. If. Damn, look at how many buses. So we have one, two, I think 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 or 8. Look at how many buses. These are all in Visa. But the reason is because they had to tell everybody, I think January 2nd's Visa run and January 4th's got canceled because of some lunar holiday. So all the people that booked and paid for January 2nd and January 4th, they got condensed and pushed to this one. So we had 7 buses this time. But realistically, it makes sense because there's 3 different Visa run days. No, they took it out of stock forever. Yeah, maybe Mitzi will take Fluffy's spot for the buffet. But remember, he's a vegan, so I don't know what he'll eat. He'll eat the lettuce and the carrots or something. No, these buses run on Tuesdays and Fridays, unless there's a holiday. But basically, it's every Tuesday and every Friday. That's what all these Lin Visa buses run. Yeah, I think they keep them behind the counter now, and they only sell you one.
Sprite.
Huh?
I'm drinking dirty Sprite.
Dirty Sprite.
Drank. Rain.
Have you met Social Sammy? Yeah, I run into Social Sammy. I run into Sammy about once a month. Last year, almost at this time. Actually, he's been in one of my videos, and I think I've been in one of his, maybe twice, because he's been walking around and he'll run into me. He ran into me the other day at the filling station. And I used to run into Marcus way more than I'd run into Sammy.
Marcus? With MX?
No, Marcus the YouTuber. I used to run into Marcus a lot. Like, we used to run into Marcus like every couple of weeks. I've been living on a tourist visa for the past 3 years. Actually, it hasn't been a full 3 years. It's been under 3 years, but it's over 2. Yeah, Thailand, you can't do it. TP Bank now has fees. I don't know. People keep mentioning that, but 99% of the people say they don't. But I keep double checking it.
I don't think they got fees. And they 10 million now at my house.
You could take out 20 at the other one.
Really?
20, yeah. But HSBC, you could take out at least 15 and 20, I think, at the one by McDonald's. Oh, speaking of McDonald's, there's a new McDonald's that's going to open up in, I think, a couple of weeks, right across from Bread and Butter. So for all the people in Antwong that love McDonald's, you guys can go there.
Man, it's over. That's it. Dinang's done.
It's done. That actually will be
dolphin pool.
That'll actually be the third in Da Nang.
The dolphin pool.
I heard people doing Visa runs to Laos in 5 hours. I don't know what you mean by that.
You know the dolphin pool?
Dolphin pool?
They have like a dolphin experience.
Yeah. At McDonald's?
No, this is in Da Nang.
Oh, in Da Nang. I never heard about that.
Yeah. Well, that was the jumping the shark, jumping the dolphin.
Marcus on Sammy's channel is known as Mr. Pickleball. Oh, well, we have a few tennis players. We'll put Marcus up against Mark. We'll have Mark versus Marcus. How much? Everything for 2 persons? What are you speaking of? Like, if you're talking about this Visa run for an American, it's $155 US for 1 person. Yeah, I always hear the debate. No. TP or VP Bank charges you a fee, and then people are, no, man, I checked my receipt. There's absolutely nothing. And then about 9 out of 10 will say there's no fees. 1 person will always say there's fees. So I'm not sure if it's true or not. I pulled out money one time, and there definitely wasn't a fee, but there was a difference of about 19,000 VND, and I can't tell if that was the conversion or something, but I didn't see specifically a fee posted on it. Damn, everybody's sick. What happens to the tennis match? I don't know. I think they're trying to work it out. Also free home money delivery. I always do it. Never heard of tap tap. Yeah, it is in US dollars. That's what I told you. 155 US dollars per person. I'm probably 90% better now. Or I'd say 80. I feel by tomorrow I'll be in the 90. On New Year's Eve I'll be in that 90 percentile. McDonald's, and they looked at me like I was stupid, so it must be predominantly. I wouldn't say that. I do see a decent. I've only been to one McDonald's ever in Vietnam, and that was in Nha Trang. I've only had McDonald's once ever in Vietnam. But I did see Vietnamese when I walk by, like when I go to the HSBC bank. But two things. One, it's probably more expensive than going and getting some soup or going to a local place. And two, it takes longer. So you usually can go to one of these little banh mi stands or a soup place and get your food quicker and cheaper. So that's probably the reason why.
I ordered Grab. It's 100K
For what?
for
A meal?
I mean,
Yeah. But, I mean, 100 grand for me for a budget guy. Man, I can go to our little favorite pallet for 50,000.
yeah.
I'm speeding it. I'm spreading it to Saigon girlies for the week now. Yeah, I think Mitzi goes on a damn trip every week now. I am. I'm kind of glad you brought that up. So I have a Timo account. I did a video on it. So if you guys want to check out how a tourist gets a Timo Vietnamese bank account, go watch that video. I think it's from about 6 or 8 months ago. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to go into Timo because the one downside with having this account is when your visa expires, your account is frozen. So now I have to go back in there and I have to show them my new visa. And then the bank account will be open back up. There's no money in it. I used all the money before it expired, but hopefully tomorrow I'll go to Timo Bank and I'll show them my new visa date, and then they'll reopen that up. And then in that, all that really does is allows me to pay by QR code. But in the past, I haven't found any positives about it. I have Charles Schwab, so I don't pay any ATM fees, and I never have once ever been like, oh, I need to pay with QR code. Never, because you guys will always see I can get my cash out quicker than opening up my phone, and I always have cash on me. Always, always, always. So for me, it doesn't make sense to get out my phone. Or what if I'm on YouTube? If I'm on YouTube, I can't scan my QR code, and I can hand them cash extremely quick. Yeah, I heard some people talk about the Vietcom Bank. Maybe I'll look into that next time and try to see how you can get that account. Every $155, everything? Yes, everything. Complete everything. There's no fees for anything else. 155 US dollars out the door. Every single thing. How many hours return trip, start, breaks, process? Definitely watch this video that I'm going to put out in about a day or two. But the quick answer is you leave at 7 in the morning and we'll probably get back around 9 or 9:30 at night. I don't want to confuse you guys, but there is a second option. You can leave at 6 in the morning and get back around 6 at night or 6:30, so about 12 hours. But that costs you about an extra $45 if you want to do that. Take Netflix. What do you mean Netflix? I don't know. So with the Timo account, I'm not sure. So I know a lot of people was like, "Oh, I want to pay and get the Vietnam discount." But you have to have a card, like a physical card, set up in Vietnam. I don't know if the Timo account would work. I do know it's a Vietnam bank, but I don't know if on Netflix is there a QR code to scan to pay because that Timo account is only a digital account. There's no such thing as a card or anything. Everything is all digital on the app. Yeah, these are the new buses. Let me give you guys a quick tour. Here, see, this is supposed to be the feet up, feet down, but they don't have that. This is, let's show you guys. You can see the seats getting bigger. Let's lower it. And then this is the up. This is the down. And then this is the heated seat. And then if you want, you can make it a cooled seat. But those ones, the seats fully reclined. Or not, they fully recline, but the feet lift up too. Timo. So the only problem I see with Timo is going to be, does Netflix allow you to scan a QR code? That's the only way that you pay on Timo. So if Netflix doesn't give you a QR code to scan, you won't be able to pay because you can't put like account number 4208 because you don't have that number. It's a digital account. This bus is the least out of all of them, but you just missed it a minute ago. There are 7 buses on this trip because 2 of the buses next week got canceled. So they had to condense 3 different days into one. So this was the last bus I think I got on. And about half this bus is full, but there's 7 other buses. Or at least 6. Let me see. Let me show you guys. Let me do this. Here's the seat up. Or the feet up. See? I should have sat there because look, now you guys can see the feet up will pop up. And what is this? Oh, and the head up. But see, for some reason it's messed up. Why don't they have that here? That's messed up that the back seat can't get that, but everybody else gets that. So that's kind of the messed up part in my opinion. Yeah, this is the newer bus. So there's about 3 new changes. If you guys watch the full uploaded version of this video, not the live stream, but the uploaded video that I'm going to post probably within 2 days, you guys will hear and clarify all the details of the changes, the differences, my take on it and everything. So hopefully you guys will watch that video soon. So Mitzi says you can do Vietcom Bank, but I think he's the only person that I've ever heard successfully get that account. And I think he just accidentally got it. But maybe for a video, maybe I'll try to get it. But I swear with Vietcom and every other bank, you need a 1 year or a TRC visa. So I don't know how he lucked. I think he lucked into it though. We got one person. Our buddy is still... He almost got left last time too. Is that him? I think that's him. Duck's always looking for him. You are lucky because every person that I spoke to, and when I look it up online, foreigners are not supposed to be able to get bank accounts in Vietnam unless you have a long permit. That's crazy. I will check. I'll look into it. But you know what's crazy? Speaking of Russians, we just went to the potato stand across from Flyburger yesterday. Actually, it was on the live stream, and I asked him, why do you have pickles on your potatoes? And he said, because a lot of the Russians and Ukrainians eat it like that. And then, speaking of, some Russians came up and ordered that, but they pay, I noticed, a lot of Russians pay by QR code. I don't know what their fascination with it is, but all the Russians and Ukrainians always pay with the QR code. It's something weird. But that's it. I had one Russian friend, but he moved to Hoi An. But I should have asked him, how come Russians love the QR code so much? But every time I've seen a Russian pay, it's always been with QR. I looked it up, but my secretary could be wrong sometimes. And it said Timo was the only bank account that you can get. But maybe I'll go take a look at Vietcom. I don't even know where that branch would be, like a walk-in branch, but we'll take a look. Somebody lost a phone. I forgot both of my phones yet. This is a bus. This is Lynn Visa's bus. We are at a convenience store. So, like, if you did a straight drive with no pit stops, I think the drive would be about 4.5-ish hours from Da Nang to the Laos border. So in total, you would probably spend about 10 hours full trip, round trip. But with this, you stop about 15 minutes here. We will stop about 15 minutes at the last convenience store, so that's like 30 minutes there. Plus they stop for like 30 minutes at a lunch break. And then when you get your exit stamp, it's about 30 minutes. And when you get your exit stamp from Laos, it's about 30 minutes. So about 2 to 3 hours are wasted with those few things. BV Bank. So that's what's kind of crazy. So BV Bank, here's how it works. So if you go into Timo, you have to go to BV Bank and deposit cash into BV Bank, and then it uploads on your Timo. So I know BV Bank, but literally when I got my Timo account, I went from Timo and I said, can I put money on the account? They said, oh, you got to go to BV. You can either use like Wise or like something like that transfer the funds. And I said, no, I just want to put cash. I don't want to pay any fees. Then they said, okay, you have to go to BV Bank, hand them cash, and then instantly you put your money on. But that's kind of weird because I know where BV Bank is, and BV Bank is the way that I add money to my Timo account. We just did the Lao border run, so we're on our way back to Da Nang. Hopefully I'll be home in about 3.5 hours. What's up, Paul? What's up, buddy? Yeah, so that's weird because I know where BV Bank. BV Bank is kind of right by the river, and it's across a couple blocks down from the APEC Park, I think it's called. It's called something like that. I know where that's at. I didn't know about... There you go. There's your guys' lights. See, you guys wanted those lights. Now they're on. There you guys go. There you guys go. So, I'll look into Vietcom and I'll look into BV. I wish I had data on my other phone because I did bring my other phone with me. Oh, you know what? I can turn on my tethering. Let me turn on my tethering. Mobile hotspot. Let's turn this on. Let me take a look. Let me turn this on. Let's see. No, Fluffy's, she just got back to Da Nang about 2 weeks ago. So her visa's not due for like over 2 months. Our visas do not line up together. She's only done one bus visa run. She always ends up going back to the Philippines. Let me log in. Come on, log me in. Why is my phone freezing? Ripped off? How'd you get ripped off? If it didn't give you the money, it should be credited back, or take a picture of the bank. The ATMs usually have the number on them. So you should be good on that. And you should take a picture of the ATM number and then call your bank and reach out to the BV Bank but it should be taken care of. Yeah, what's up with this phone? In that situation, always grab your receipt, take a video. So show the video. Take a video, because I had this happen to me once. Take a video of the ATM number. Like, it'll always have like a little ID number, usually above the ATM. Show that the money's not coming out, and then contact your bank. I would have called your bank if I were you. As soon as it happened, said, hey, I have a video. The money didn't get spit out. I need to make sure that it's not going to get processed. I use, so in a year, I use an ATM maybe 10 to 12 times a year. And I pull out a whole month. Sometimes I pull out 2 months. I don't find it an inconvenience at all. I find it more inconvenient to use the QR code than it is to use cash. And I've proved this many times. Because first of all, watch. Let's say I go up to the counter. Oh, hey, excuse me, how much is my dinner? Sir, your dinner is $50,000. Okay, here's what I do. Pull it out. I'm doing this one-handed. There's your $50,000. Now, when you do the QR code, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it when I was on YouTube. So on YouTube, I'd have to say, guys, the YouTube's going to freeze. I need to go pay for this. So first of all, I couldn't do it in that situation. Second of all, you have to pull up your Timo. You have to go to wherever the little QR code is, scan it, and then sometimes they make you take a face verification, and sometimes they make you, I think all the times they make you verify the price. So by the time you do all that, I've already paid. So for me, it's more of an inconvenience to stop my YouTube or to take 15 seconds to process the payment and pull up the QR code and confirm it than it is to literally reach into my bag, pull out the money, done. So for me, I find it the opposite. Yeah, I think your bank should take care of it. Option, so I would say it's a good option to have it for emergencies, but I don't ever see myself using that primarily as my main option like all the Russians I see. I mean, I'll go to the bun place and they'll get 2 buns for 10,000 and they'll pay by QR. I don't understand why the Russians, they love the QR payments.
So do the locals and the Russians.
That's the only, but
have lived through longer.
I don't see the benefit. Like, I'm the opposite. I go to the ATM once a month. I pull out my whole monthly. I pay everything in cash. So my rent, I pay in cash to my landlord. When I get on a Grab or an InDrive, I pay in cash. For me, I just go like this. Reach in, grab my money, hand it to them, done. On the QR code, you got to go scan the code, and then sometimes it'll make you take a face picture. At least it made me do it. And then it'll send you like a confirmation. Are you trying to spend $58,000 and whatever? And you have to hit yes before the transaction goes through. I can pay in cash quicker than I can do it on QR code.
I have a credit card. No.
The tap?
Foreign fees. And I just, yeah.
Oh, you have the tap. I'm talking about the QR. So
Yeah,
I have.
I've been seeing it. I don't understand it.
I don't. I think people are just in love.
Info I've got for you.
They're in love with scanning. That's the only thing I can come up with. That's the only reason. Because for me, if you put me next to a person with QR, I guarantee you I can pay quicker than they can. Guaranteed. 10 times out of 10. Now, the only thing what Mitzi said is kind of true, that it would be nice to have a little bit of money set on there just in case you lose your wallet or just in case like something goes down, and then you can scan it for emergency. But I don't see how people go around doing that for every transaction.
Newbies mess up a lot though. They give it like 500 instead of 50.
That's their own fault though.
100 instead of 10.
Yeah, that's their lack of knowledge. But for me, I go pull out 20 million a month.
It's a good tip for your followers.
I pull out 20 million. I give my landlord 12 and a half. So I have like 7 million left over. And then I just spend the cash. Everything that I do is on cash. I've used I have Bank of America and I have Charles Schwab. I've used those cards a total of twice in the 2 years that I've been here. That's it. I've used them once each. That's it. And both times I've used them at Moon Milk, I had a fraud charge on them the next day. So I had to call back both banks, and they had to send me a new card out. And I was like, fuck this, man. I'm just going to pay with cash. Like, it's not worth it. I had to wait like 5 days and have my bank send new cards because I got fraud charges from 2 different Moon Milks after the first time I ever used those cards. So I was like, screw this. Huh?
They got here in 5 days.
It got here in about 5 or 6 days. They sent it through DHL, and they paid for it. I was so.
I lost all my cards actually.
You
I just used my.
didn't call your bank?
No.
What bank do you got?
Bank of America.
I got B of A, and I tell everybody this American get Charles Schwab because
I actually have like 5 sign it back. I have, I've been in Asia for so long. I've got 2 bank accounts for each.
Charles Schwab is the Charles Schwab high yield investor account. It's the only one you need because you can go anywhere in the world. There's no such thing as an ATM fee. They refund you back all your ATM fees at the end of the month.
Yeah, I was forced to use the agriculture 130K.
I can go to any bank in the world, anywhere, and they charge me the fee, but at the end of the month it comes right back, 100%.
That's 5%. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that's the most important thing, Paul. I know a guy that left his card in there too long.
I lost my phone.
And his card got sucked back in because he didn't pull it out after 20 seconds. And this was last year on Friday of 10. So it got sucked in at like 3 o'clock. And then he called the bank and they're like, dude, like, we're not coming back for like 12 days.
Everyone told me to just give up immediately. That's good about TP Bank because they won't let you, the money won't open until you take your card out.
I like that too. But TP Bank was the one that took his. And after about 10 or 15 seconds of not taking your card, it sucks it back in. So what I tell people, it sounds weird being a budget guy, but grab your card first. If the cash and the card come out at the same time, always grab your card. They won't pull your money back in. They will pull your card back in. So always grab your card first, because that's the worst thing is you want to be in another country and you have to go figure out how to get your ATM card back. That's
sorted. We have it in Thailand. It took 4 hours.
I've not had that happen, but I'm paranoid about it. As soon as my card comes out, I snatch it. And I know like 2 people that are like, no, I have a T-Mo account here, but I have Bank of America and Charles Schwab. But mostly I go use.
One that's next to where Shamrock is like.
Where did Shamrock used to be? Because Shamrock's right by me now. Yeah, Shamrock is over by the butcher shop. It's over by the new little Barrett urban zone where they just created. Yeah.
I think it might change those.
It must be called something else. You must be thinking, but Shamrock is right there because I know someone that lives 2 doors down from Shamrock. Shamrock is right by Section 30.
6 months ago.
6 months? I think you're thinking of it.
I moved here 1 year ago to all now.
Because I went to Shamrock 1 year ago. I did a video, a live stream there.
Oh, well, it's gone. It's a different place now.
No, I just went to Shamrock.
A year ago, it's a different place.
Maybe there's a second Shamrock or something, but for sure the Shamrock that I'm talking about. Well, the Shamrock I'm talking about, I know is there because I have a friend that lives 2 doors down. I just watched the Jake Paul fight at Shamrock last week.
Oh.
I use my WireX card here, no problem. I have no clue what that is. Look at Mr. Phillip over there rambling about his Bears. I don't remember if any of you guys were in the chat. Phillip was so convinced the big tough Bears were going to beat the 49ers. This is not the Colts, he said. And I said, so? There's nothing he can say because the 49ers are the most injured team in all of the NFL. I think one of the most injured team of history of NFL. Our number one wide receiver's been out for the whole year. Deebo Samuel didn't come back this year. Nick Bosa, our best defensive player, is out for the whole year. Fred Warner is out for the whole year. George Kittle, our best tight end, was out for this game. Trent Williams, our best offensive lineman, all out for this game. We still beat the Bears. So, nothing they can say. Yes, but the Bears were healthy. 49ers, I think they showed a stat. The 49ers, since 2019 or 2020, had, I forgot how they worded it, but 2020 games of their starters injured. Yeah, I hate how they snatch your card. But that's what I'm telling you guys, man. These little travel tips that nobody tells you about, snatch your card as soon as it comes out. Don't get your money and start counting it. Grab your card. Because I was there with the guy, and I looked away because I didn't want to see his PIN number. Because I said, go ahead, put your stuff in. I'll look away. And I said, tell me when you put your PIN number in, and I'll walk you through how to go through the steps. I looked away, and I was waiting for him to tell me. He didn't tell me. He put his PIN number in, went through the transaction, hit the amount, and then hit enter. And then he looked back, and I was like, oh, did you put your PIN in? And he was like, yeah. And then I'm like, what's this screen? And it was like, he didn't switch it from Vietnamese to English. So it just had like a screen with some wording. And I was like, hold on, let me grab my phone. Let me translate this. And then right when I grabbed my phone, I can hear the card get sucked back in. And I go, what happened? And he goes, oh, I just grabbed my card. And I go, wait. I said, you just put your PIN number in, right? What'd you do? And he goes, oh, no, I picked 5 million. And I was like, dude, I was going to walk you through it. And it was a terrible time. It was a Friday on Tet. So he learned a very valuable valuable lesson that day. I can't believe freaking Philip's been in the Philippines for this long. That's crazy. I cannot believe cheapskate Philip. And there's nothing there that he's getting better value of in the Philippines than Vietnam. So I have no clue. I don't understand why Philip's in the Philippines. I can't understand it. I don't understand it. Fancy bus. Yeah, we'll stick around for a few more minutes. Then I'll probably relax, wind down. We probably will get back, I'm hoping. My goal is to get back in 3 hours from now. My goal. But maybe it'll be closer to 10. 9:30 would be great. Yeah, I think Philip's been in Philippines, I'm guessing, probably about 3 weeks. Longer than I was there. I was there for 17 days. So I have no clue why Philip's there. Maybe he's being held hostage, and maybe he comes on my live stream to send like secret messages saying that he's been held hostage, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why he's still in the Philippines. Do another visa. Yeah, but here's what you're missing the point on, Philip. If you would have just came back to Vietnam, the 3 weeks of living in Vietnam compared to the 3 weeks or 4 weeks of living in the Philippines, you would have saved all that money. So you overspent 3 or 4 weeks in the Philippines, which would have just basically paid if you would have had done another visa run anyways. So at least you wouldn't have spent more money in Vietnam. You would have spent less for those 3 or 4 weeks. That money, if you would have added that money up, I bet you would have been cheaper to do an extra Vietnam visa run than to live in the Philippines for 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, I'm good for another 3 months. I'm good till March 29th. So put it this way, numbers wise, Philip probably, I don't know the exact dollar amount, but I'm guessing he spent, let's call it $700 in the Philippines for the 3 weeks that he's been there. If he would have went back to Vietnam, he would have spent like $400. So he would have spent like 40% less, and that remaining extra money could have just went for another visa run. That's what I'm saying. But Philip, what you could have done, you could have went to the Philippines for 2 or 3 days or whatever, flew back to Vietnam, stayed here during that time. Then, when your new visa run would have came up, you could have flown out with all the money that you saved by staying in Vietnam compared to Philippines for those 3 or 4 weeks. That money would have paid for it. That's what you should have done. Actually, what you should have done is you should have went to Bangkok on $100 round trip ticket and stayed there for the 3 to 5 days to get your e-visa, went back to Vietnam, and then stayed there. And then whenever your next visa would have been due, went and did the same thing. Went back to Bangkok for $100, and then either got a visa back to Vietnam or flew back from Bangkok. It's not a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass to go to the Philippines where there's no freaking Wi-Fi anywhere. It's a pain in the ass to try to get data when you're out on the streets and you don't get anything. It's a pain in the ass to get cold food. It's a pain in the ass to get a tiny little hotel that's double the price that's Vietnam. It's a pain in the ass to go into the mall and say, hey man, I need this battery charger. Sorry sir, we're out of stock. Hey sir, can I get a hamburger at your hamburger joint? Sorry sir, we're out of stock.
Did you go there before Duterte?
Which one?
Did you go there?
I went there in 2019 was my first time.
I heard Duterte ruined,
What?
drastically changed.
2019 it was it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't expensive. But every single year that I went back to the Philippines, it's got more expensive, and the internet and the transportation and the quality has went down. So prices have went up, but everything else has went down.
But that's
Combo meals are definitely not cheaper. Not in Makati. So we even went to, you guys seen, we went to these cheaper, small little province cities. Like we went to San Fernando, we went to San Juan La Union, like these unheard of places. And they were charging us.
I left early.
I actually went to Bali like
I left early.
I actually went to Bali like 2 or 3 times that year too.
It's really Java had so much more to offer in terms of outdoorsy. Like I climbed the volcano. I went through an underground cave on two. Right. There's this. Right. There's this. There's this cave that has perfume.
You're more the nature. That's why you like Laos. You like those. For me, it's weird because I don't party, I don't drink, I don't go to clubs, but I like being near the Western area. I like that ass. So I left the USA. So I'm rare. A lot of people leave the USA for 2 reasons. They leave to either go be zen and find themselves, or they leave the USA to go live a party luxury life at a discount, right?
I left protest because I don't like where our country is.
So for me, I left for a whole different reason. I left the USA because I
was
geo
15 years
arbitrage.
ago.
I left and I went, dude, I want to live the same style of lifestyle in the USA, but at 50% the price. So I said, I just want to pick myself up out of the USA, drop myself in the world, get the same quality of life, but at 50%. So I want to live the same lifestyle that I had in the USA, but at 50%. So I run into a lot of people that are like, hey man, I just want to go sit on the beach, I want to meditate, and I want to just read books, and I want to learn Vietnamese. And I'm like, that's great, that's just not me. And then the other people are like, man, I just want to go hardcore, I want to party every night, beer is so cheap here, I just get wasted every night. And I'm like, that's not me either.
That's why I don't like. I don't like either of those types of
I'm not either of those. I'm a rare person.
The French lesbian is the perfect travel. If you find yourself in a hotel with French lesbians, you have found a truly special spot.
I don't run into too many people, or at least they say they not. But I literally said, I grew up in the Bay Area. I want that similar lifestyle, but at 50%. That's it. If it would have been Bolivia or if it would have been Ecuador that could offer me that, I would have been there. So I'm a prostitute to geo arbitrage, basically.
Kind of are, yeah.
And I don't like. Some people go like, I tried to turn off my mobile hotspot and accidentally turned off the mobile data. That time it was my fault. Let me just scroll back up because we're gonna do the quick 2-minute warning. Then I'm gonna get off here. I want to get to Vietnam. Girlfriend like vlogger from Da Nang to check out the spelling. Just got back to Da Nang 2 weeks ago. Sticker shock. What do you mean? You just got back to Da Nang? Prices in what way? Philip Evan A. Vlogging and can't say Vietnamese. USA insane prices. Travis. Lots of them say Vietnamese. You know what's crazy? Once you hear the way that I say something, you're never gonna unhear it. So when I hear locals say Vietnam, next time listen to a local say Vietnam, they will never say V-it, like V-it, Nam. They'll say Vit. They leave out the E. They'll say Vit, like V-I-T dash N-A-M. They'll say Vietnam. I swear, every time I hear a local say it, they don't say V-it-nam. They say Vietnam. Don't know why. I don't have Vinaphone. I have Viatel. No. I do have Vinaphone. Do a survey on 100 locals. How many wants to come to the U.S.? A lot of people want to come to the USA, but I think they only see it from a financial aspect. They think you make all this money, but they don't see you putting out all the money. They think, oh, rent's like the same price in USA that it is in Da Nang, right? The only difference is you make 10 times more money. You go, no, you have to pay 30+% taxes on all your money. Rent is 8 times higher in San Francisco than it is in Vietnam. And you get nickel and dime. That banh mi, $12, not 80 cents. Yeah, they always say Vietnam, I swear. Next time you hear a local say Vietnam, they'll say Vietnam. You never hear them pronounce the E. Next time you hear a local, they'll say Vietnam. They won't say V-it. For some reason, they leave out the E. I don't know why.
Well, then it's incredibly complicated. There's a Frenchman in like the 1800s who did it, and he didn't do the best job.
It's a created language.
There's like 18 O's.
Yeah, I don't even...
Like, Pinyin is so Chinese.
I couldn't even learn Spanish. I couldn't learn any language. I just don't have the capability of learning a language. And I tear it up and I love it, but I know what I'm bad at in languages. But people are like, you've been here for so long, you don't know. I'm like, dude, like my goal is to travel to every single country in the world. Am I supposed to learn every single language in the world because I travel? Like, I wasn't supposed to, technically, I was never supposed to stay in Vietnam this long. I just can't find a better overall city than Da Nang. That's literally the reason. So now if I go back to Thailand, do I learn Thai? And now I knew Vietnamese. And then let's say in 2 years I go to China. Am I supposed to learn China?
Yeah, if it's 2 years, you should.
I know.
Numbers,
I know 4 words.
The numbers.
Nah.
How much? It's okay. It's all good is the best thing.
But I went to France. Should I have learned French? I went to I went to Prague. Should I learn?
How long you were there for?
So I was in Thailand for 8 months. Didn't learn Thai. Probably from this point out. If
I'm being a hypocrite because that happened. I don't know.
I can't learn language. It's too hard for me.
My Chinese, I can speak.
And the other thing that kills me is like there's an accent, and like that changes the whole word around. You're like, huh?
Yeah, they had
That's too much.
six.
Yeah, that's too much for me.
At least four.
I don't understand why Philip goes back to the. There we go. Sorry about that. We must be in. There's for him in the USA. He said he carjacked. He spends more money there. I I just don't understand it. He's a glutton for punishment. He's like one of those people that likes to. He's a Boston Red Sox fan. He likes the punishment of getting beat around. No, though I think the only thing cheaper in USA is the Costco $1.50 hot dog and soda. That's probably the best deal in the USA. Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't been back to the USA in over 2 years. Every single person that I've talked to recently that just went back to the USA, they're like, oh my God, man, I cannot believe it. Mark just got back from the USA. Who else just got back from the USA? Dang, I was just talking to somebody, and they're like, I just can't believe the prices.
$15 burritos.
That's crazy, man. $15 is the Japanese buffet in Da Nang, like nice quality steak that you get unlimited heaps of. I can go to Bikini Bottoms 3 nights in a row for $15. You can get maybe a quarter pounder meal, small drink, small soda for like 12 or 13 bucks probably in the Bay Area.
15.
Yeah, Coconut Man. Vietnam. But all the locals will say Vietnam. Vit. They leave out the E completely. And I can never unhear it. Whenever I hear people, locals, say Vietnam, I always wait. And I'm like, I hope they'll say Vietnam again. And then they'll say, and they go, Vietnam.
Oh, they say the name of their country wrong.
Then I'm the type, I read everything the way it's spelled. That's why I hate silent letters, like tsunami. I'm like, who the fuck came up with the word tsunami? Doesn't start with a T. Why is there a T in tsunami? Take off the damn T. I hate it. I hate when, because people learning a language go by how you read it. Vietnam. Now,
Yeah,
if
but
it's
they don't
Vietnam,
follow the same
take out the E.
alphabet.
Take out the E.
They don't follow the same phonetic rule.
How is someone supposed to learn it then? It should logically make sense.
No, it doesn't logically make sense.
It
You
should.
just don't understand it.
The E, so they're not pronouncing the E at all. So why is the E in Vietnam? There's no E.
I'll give you a reason. I'll look it up.
You're in Rat City? Actually, Fluffy said the other day she hasn't seen that many rats. But remember, we only see the rats at night. And that's usually where like a lot of garbage is, like piled up for the garbage man, or in tall, unmowed grasses. That's the only time we ever see rats. Vit ducks. $51.67 a month for Visa? What do you mean $51? Well, I think we would all agree. Is it called Vietnam or is it called Vietnam?
Vietnam doesn't pronounce it.
Let's just all come to agreement. What's the name? Whenever we want to officially change the country to, let's start saying it that way. But let's not have 50% say Vietnam. They eat dinner. If we go to dinner tonight, it will be late. I'm not sure if we'll do it, but maybe we will. But I appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and look forward to my Visa bus border run video that should be up in about 2 days. See you guys later. See you guys later.